why the London system is so good at defeating your enemies, your opponents. It just punishes mistakes. I want to show you in this video how I use the London system to beat this person and just crush their mistakes. So the London system starts with, oh yes, by the way, like and subscribe the video for me. That's very nice of you. And so the London system starts with moving the queen pawn forward 2 spaces, so d4. And then met with d4, I move out my bishop. My queen bishop is the only bishop I can move at this point, the black squared bishop. So I move it to f4. And this starts the London. This could also be the Italian game, the bishop game. It defends his pawn. I move my knight out. He moves his black square bishop to threaten mine. So now I must do something to protect the black square bishop. What I am going to do is to retreat, but a retreat still with maintaining the threat. Now, this is somewhat of a trap. I want him to take my bishop, because if he takes my bishop, then I can retake with the h-pawn and open up the file, the rook file. So my rook will be looking at the king side of his board. Presumably, he will castle over on that side. So now he moves his knight out to castle, which is perfect in my plan. Now I move my king pawn out. The reason I move the king pawn out, only one and not two, is I don't want him to take my pawn, my king pawn just yet. I want to keep the king centralized, since I'm hoping that the rook file will open up, and I don't want to have to waste moves, but I want my queen to be available to move along the diagonal to h file if possible. And so he falls for the trap and takes my bishop. Now I take back. He castles. I move my bishop to d3. Now, this is a very common move. This is the ideal place for the bishop in the London system. He moves his knight out, just developing a piece. I move my knight to the square. I possibly should have done that in the previous move. Move my knight out of the way of my queen, also taking a high post on e5. There are all kinds of things I can look at from e5. So it's a very nice place in the center of the board. You always want to see if you can find a post in the center of the board for your knights. Almost always. Well, he takes, so I take back. What else am I going to do, right? I threaten his knight now, and he must move his knight or lose it. So if he had, where else can he move, right? So he moves his knight out of the way. Now I have 2 attackers against his h-pawn. So I take it with the bishop. And I check him. Now he must move the king. He only has 1 move, so he makes that move. There's nothing else he can do, right? Now I have a follow-up move, which is my queen to the h-file. Checkmate is inevitable at this point. I do not see a way out. If you see a way out, you tell me. But I do not see a way out. Okay? He moves a pawn up. I don't know why. I move my bishop out of the way. It is a discover check. Discover check. Now he must move. He cannot block me with any of his pieces. So he really only has 1 move, and that is to g8, which he does. And then I move my queen, and now he has no retreat. He is in check, and he cannot move to the square that he opened up, f7, because my bishop is there. And so that is checkmate after 13 moves. And this is why this is so powerful. Now, of course, obviously, this will not happen all the time, but it is important to know how to punish my opponent when he makes a mistake. And this is the London system. Very good. You can see I'm not a very highly rated player, but I am learning, and I hope you are learning too. If you are learning too, then tell me what to do if there were better moves that I could have made. And thank you to my opponent for playing this game. I see you on the next one. Again, please like, subscribe. A smaller channel. I enjoy playing chess. Take care.